Hi everyone, this is Veronica and today we are going to discuss transgenic rice with reduced arsenic accumulation. So what are transgenic rice? How arsenic is harmful for humans that we have to make a transgenic for it, we'll discuss in detail. And for my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram, and for the PDF of this lecture, you can get it on my Facebook profile. So guys, this is channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, be it SSC, UPSC, RBI or any optional exam, a lot of pen drive courses are available on our channel. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you can visit our website. So what is the relevance of this topic? Definitely it is a portion of your mains paper 3. And from the prelims point of view, there's an important gene, mentioning of important gene, that is VASM gene. That is very important when suddenly it is asked like in what connection this gene is like helpful. So it will help you in prelims and elimination, and in mains. Benefits of transgenic rice for controlling arsenic accumulation could be asked. When such kind of questions are asked in mains examination, we are suddenly surprised from out of box where arsenic came in between. So usually UPSC asks from the recent events, so you cannot afford to miss such topics. So why it is in news? Because arsenic accumulation in rice grains is one of the serious agriculture issues in India, because rice has a capability to accumulate arsenic, and arsenic is very harmful for human consumption. So that was a serious challenge in front of our scientists, but now they are able to make a transgenic rice. So first of all, we are talking about transgenic rice. What does transgenic rice means? What are transgenics? So let me explain. Any organism that have altered genomes, like we have manipulated their genomes somehow, those organisms are known as transgenics. Whether they are plants or animals, they are known as transgenics when we have manipulated their genomes and they have altered genomes. So such living plants or organisms are known as transgenic. So if we are saying transgenic rice, that means its genome has been manipulated. So, or in other words, you can say, let me tell you about transgene. What is transgene? It is a gene or genetic material that has transferred naturally or by any number of genetic engineering techniques from one organism to other organism, right? So that gene is known as transgene. So transgenics have transgene. So transgenic rice have a transgene. I hope that is clear. The terminology is clear to you now. Now, before starting this, so let's see first why it is in news. Because recently there was to address this, researchers at Lucknow based CSIR National Botanical Research Institute, they have developed transgenic rice by inserting a novel fungal gene. What they have done in transgenic rice, they have inserted a new fungal gene, okay, which has resulted in reduced arsenic accumulation in rice grain. Rice grain has a capability to accumulate a lot of arsenic in it, and when humans consume such kind of rice, arsenic gets into the human body also, which is very harmful. So we have come up with a transgenic rice now, which has been inserted by a novel fungal gene. Right, now let's talk about arsenic, like why it is harmful. So what is arsenic? Arsenic is a chemical element and it has a chemical symbol, that is AS. I'm sorry. Atomic number is 33. Now arsenic compounds are classified as toxic. They are very toxic and dangerous for environment also. IARC, that is the International Agency for Research on Cancer, recognizes it as carcinogen, that arsenic is carcinogen. Carcinogenic. So what are carcinogenic elements which cause cancer? So arsenic has been classified as a carcinogen and it is not usually found on its own. it is not usually found in its free form. Rather, it is bound with other elements in chemical compounds. Usually it comes in two ways. One is organic arsenic and other is inorganic arsenic. Now see, organic arsenic, it is mainly found in plant and animal tissues, but inorganic arsenic is found in rocks, soil, or it is dissolved in water, and it even penetrates into our groundwater, and then we consume the same groundwater and it gets into the human body also. But right now what's happening, due to pollution, arsenic levels are increasing. Many sources of pollution for arsenic pollution are like pesticides, then herbicides, wood. Arsenic is a good wood preservative also, so from wood also it gets into the water. From industrial wastes, it also drains into groundwater from all these sources. Now see, why rice? Rice has so much arsenic in it. There are few reasons. If you know that how rice is grown, it is grown in flooded fields, paddy fields. Those fields are known as paddy fields. And if you have ever seen that how rice are grown, wherever they are grown, there is lots and lots of water all around. And I told you, arsenic is in our inorganic form. It is found, it is dissolved in water, and rice absorbs more arsenic by nature. Naturally, it is like that. And even when we make rice, we boil it in water. From there also arsenic gets into the rice. So you see, arsenic is connected with rice somehow, and it's very harmful to consume. And arsenic has lot of health effects on humans. It is known to cause cancer. It causes long time ingestion problem. It even causes blockage of your blood vessels, high blood pressure. Then lot of heart diseases are reported to have a reason where arsenic is a reason, type 2 diabetes, and it is even toxic to nerve cells, and it creates confusion in human mind, and it even reduces the intelligence and social competence. It also affects the pregnant women. So there are a lot of health effects. Okay, that is why it was a major issue in India. But now we have come up with the transgenic rice. Still clinical trials are yet to follow, but finally we have found some gene which can help reducing the arsenic accumulation in rice. Now see, what is VARSAM gene? So let's see what scientists have done now. Now you know the whole story about arsenic, right? So researchers have finally cloned a particular gene. That gene is VARSAM gene, and it is its full name is arsenic methyl transferase. You need to remember it if you can, otherwise you need to remember at least VARSAM gene and from to which category it is connected, right? And it is isolated from a soil fungus, and its name is Westergicella orenanciaca. But usually into Down to Earth magazine, where I read this article, it is written like this. But however, I feel genus and species should be separated. Maybe there is a separation. So even in articles they have copied from the magazine, so they have written it like this. But I still want to confirm it, but I feel it should be, there should be a gap between these two. Then what they have done, they have isolated this gene from this fungus, and they have inserted same into rice genome. They have inserted this gene into rice genome with the help of with the help of Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This is a particular bacteria. It is a soil bacterium which has a natural ability, it has a natural capability to manipulate the plant's genetic makeup. Okay, so this is also very important if somewhere it is asked. So this newly developed transgenic rice along with normal rice was then treated with arsenic, and it was found that transgenic rice have reduced level of arsenic accumulation. Now how it is happening, as you know, the researchers, the gene they have finally found, that is arsenic methyl transferase. So what this gene do, it helps in methylation of arsenic. What is methylation? Methylation, it is the addition of methyl group. Okay, so whenever there is an addition of methyl group to any substrate, it either switch on a particular gene or it switches off a particular gene, right? So basically it helps in regulation of gene expression. So here what it is doing, it has the potential, this gene we are talking about, arsenic methyltransferase, it has a potential for methylating inorganic arsenic. What it is doing, it is methylating the inorganic arsenic to a variety and converting it to a harmless organic species, or like into volatile arsenicals which are not so harmful. So this potential strategy, it can be used in transgenic rice. Later we can use it in straw and feed also, that is given to the livestock, so that arsenic does not accumulate in the bodies of the livestock also. So what are the benefits of genetic modified food? Such food is known as genetic modified food. See, what happens, prevention is always better than cure, right? If there is a lot of arsenic in our body, it mixes up with our blood, then we take certain medicines to reduce the effect. So it's better if we can find something and we can make this arsenic neutral. If it is harmful, if we can make it neutral. So that is what we are doing it from transgenic rice. We are neutralizing the harmful effect of arsenic. So this is one of the benefit, right? And large number of people are affected by arsenic toxicity. It is imperative to develop rice with lesser. So it was very important to develop rice which have less arsenic content and high yield at the same time. So this all can happen by various genetic processes, genetic methods like molecular breeding, by gene editing or transgenic approaches. We are able to get such food. So such kind of transgenics have lot of pros, like they are resistant to insects also, they have tolerance towards herbicides, they have tolerance to heat and cold, they have greater crop yield, they have increased nutrients, and sometimes they even have long shelf life also. Okay, so these are the benefits of genetic modified fruit, but in India we are not using many, and even these transgenic rice are still waited, their clinical trials still need an approval. So this was, I hope this topic is clear. So if you have any queries, you can contact me on any social media platform. Thank you.